Okay, so the first question is how can I be vulnerable and also have executive presence at the same time? Okay, this is a very important question because I was looking at it on the other way around, like how can I be vulnerable and also keep myself as a leader or have that presence being established as an executive? Well, I think at first being able to be vulnerable at some point will have to be whereby you have to filter or tailor the vulnerability to fit whatever the purpose is. If it is to talk about humility, to talk about being human and mistakes, you just have to filter or tailor the story or be able to present yourself in a way that you don't end up seeing yourself or portraying yourself to be super weak, that those who look out to you cannot really have that reliability. They don't trust you anymore to be able to move on with the job. And so the best thing to be able to combine this is to have a great communication skill, like outline the purpose of you being vulnerable, and then also be able to have an executive presence through communication, and then be able to work like how do I say, like a leader. Okay, I'm telling you this story not for you to look at me as not having anything to help or to contribute to this connection that we have here or as a leader. I'm telling you the story so that you can be able to see that I'm not perfect and that I was once like you, or I still have my own things to work on to improve every day. So you're not telling someone a story to be vulnerable in the sense that you have to displace yourself as being trustworthy or as being capable of accomplishing a task. So just being able to have that communication line drawn, hey, we are talking about this so that you can see me as not being perfect, then that will help you to still have that executive presence. Oh, this guy has something to offer. My boss is still a great person I can count on, or my supervisor or my coach is still someone I can rely on for help. When I know he has been there before, he is actually pulling through, or he has weaknesses in this part, and is also going to be able to help me to accomplish my goals as a salesperson. That is what should be the main thing when talking about establishing professional presence or as executive presence. Also be able to have that vulnerable part or the soft spot. It's not a weakness, it's just a soft spot. And another thing that the question says is like, which of the fatal coaching mistakes am I seeing in myself? I think one of them is like the one that says, coach. Let me pull up my journal right here. The one that says you should not be judgmental. It is hard because as a coach, you are seeing someone, you're listening to someone telling you these things, and we are just that human nature to be prone to like quickly judge people. I think it's something I'm working on, and I think I'm just seeing myself that I'm actually yet to improve the person, not to condemn. I mean, it's good to analyze the mistakes and then understand where the person is coming from and then tackle it if he or she is willing to improve or if he or she is not willing to improve. But having the mindset of, okay, I hear your story, I'm not here to condemn you, but I'm here to better you. So it's not bad to be open to someone's story or hearing someone's weaknesses being explained to you. But however, the whole thing lies on how do you accept the confession or the weaknesses or the soft spot that he or she has. So I'm looking at it as, okay, I'm here to listen to improve. I'm not here to listen to condemn. So it's kind of hard because when you see like this is something I should have learned, yeah, you look at it as a human being. Oh, this person should have known this, and he should have been able to do this. It's not easy. I mean, it's not hard. It's kind of easy thing to do. That makes it hard for anybody to see that he is not acting as a judge or a person to condemn, but just there as a coach. And other idea I also think is a mistake when it comes to like being a coach so far is I it's not all about the coach. It isn't about the coach. It's about the person. It's about the team. It's hard because the last chapter we read was about being accountable for every situation that happens, like the outcome of every coaching session. Like you have to be able to know that whatever the salesperson does is gonna kind of bounces back to what your input was as a coach. So if it isn't about the coach, it becomes hard because you are trying to say it's about somebody else. And you don't want to push somebody to the wall, and I don't want to make them break. I don't want them to look at me as a bad person. But then you find out like the truth is it isn't about me anymore. It's about what we build out of. So I think it's a mistake because I've been making that like okay, I need to get this right. I need to get that. I need to get that right. But I find out from this reading that it should be all about me. So that is something I think is a mistake to me. I mean, mistake on my part as a coach. So I hope as we take the class, I'm able to. I'll be able to understand these things. I'll be able to put myself in the spot to not think about it being as my own situation, but our situation or as a collective effort. And the other question on the video says, or this session says, what are two things you are prioritizing for improving your professional presence? Why? But I think one thing the one of the things I want to learn is about being able to like communicate, because communication is the key between any two people or three people that are involved. I'm able to communicate to people why I'm there, like not talking too much and listening. Like that will make me have that presence established, and that will like people will always want to listen to me, because if you talk too much, it's like you are always saying things and may end up making no sense in up or what I say. So you talk less and listens are the ones that actually contribute a lot, because they are not their words are like super cherished. That's number one thing, this communication part. And then the thing is say yes to figure it out later was what I learned from that reading. Is like you say yes to something, then you have to figure, don't freak out before anybody. It is hard because it's have to put being authentic about it, beginning and be honest about things you cannot carry out. But it is sometimes we say no to things that that are easier if we actually dive deep into it. Just see the current of the water. Oh my gosh, it's gonna drown me. We haven't even tried to test the depth of the water if it's even that deep. It's just this current, yeah, but the depth of the river is not even that much. But anyway, so the two things I want to protest is I will be able to see how I can handle things without appearing like the wall is on my shoulder, like take things easy and then have the room to improve, and then think about other things that are going to help me to improve my acceptance of saying yes and be able to come through with that promise, and then be able to have that communication, like be able to express myself. Okay, you talk much, you don't talk much, or however you try to establish like authentic and brilliant, intelligent responses. That way the way I carry myself in the public is the way people will perceive me, because the way people perceive someone is inevitable, like the reading says. You can't choose how people will perceive you, but you can actually have that impact on their minds by in a positive way. The other thing is what leadership style best describes you, what strength and weaknesses comes with that style. I was thinking about, I think the idealistic the kinds of leadership or style of leadership kind of fit me, because I'm someone that likes to learn and also want people to learn. I try to be in a spot whereby I think everybody should be like a king. We just come together and we like learn things together. We like put things together and come to a point whereby we can share ideas. But the problem is that the strength that I am yet to learn as a leader as well, and also grow with my team. So those two things, learning and growing, makes me think of myself as being idealistic, open to ideas, open to new suggestions, and implementing them. However, I think the weakness, like we said, is about being able to establish that executive presence. Because when you submit yourself to the point that you are the same level with your sales person, it could go both ways, but I hope it's always on the positive part. People look at you as somebody who's submissive to learn, not as their subject as well. Like, you just want to boss. They don't see you as a leader anyway. They look at you as like just anyone they can just talk to anyhow they want. But I don't really think that should be a problem, but I feel like people should be able to draw a line. He's our leader, but it's also here to serve, not he's our leader, he's here to serve, it's a slave kind of a thing, or it's a servant. No, he's also here to work with us to get our goals achieved. And another thing they also learned was lack of structure depending on the employee. So I think if I am seeing this part of me to be the type of leadership I am, like idealistic, not having a structure, feel like we're just running around, not having anybody accountable to their own part. We're just pushing it together. It becomes a problem because some people are like, okay, everything I leave, you just have to leave it to the boss. He knows what to do because he's here to work as well. They don't want to work on themselves. They don't want to improve on themselves. They want to put everything on it because I am helping them to improve. The idea should be like, I am here, but let's see how we can be able to assign some roles, have a dream, have a pattern, have a goal to achieve, even though we are working collectively. So with this and other things that I've learned from this reading, I think it's a great chapter because leadership, presence, and being able to be vulnerable is it is a very strong combination for anyone who wants to be a good leader.